top head stretcher. Those are pine. Six foot barely, a 6-inch barely, 6-inch. CHER. That side, so okay, so that makes you a side rail. Providing that I labeled them out right. So 2 foot 6. I want to stay away from that. Okay, I've been there, I've done that. You've seen how much of an idiot I am with a handsaw. I did it on the table, but enough is enough. Let's take these to some place where I can get some dimensional milling done. Oh, see, now that's better. Five foot 4.5. Yeah, you're gonna be nice. So let's mark this one. Like you. Yeah. 5 foot 4.5. So I'm gonna go where you're at. So here is the bed, and I'm really liking how this came out. I did a mix of a bunch of different things I looked at, and several other things is kind of this, what I've heard some people call early American kumiko, which I know that's going to make a lot of people really angry. But this backsplash is fairly simple. It's just a lot of mortises and tenons going up into the top, and then half lap in all of these joints, and then mortise and tenons into the bottom. It's all 3/4 inch thick, except for the center pieces are 1/2 inch. So those all have to get planed down to a slightly thinner amount, which I haven't done that yet. These are all still at 3/4, so they'll have to get a little bit thinner as they go. Then on the top here, I'm actually going to be using these top plates. I'm going to be doing them with a fairly gnarly wood, so there'll be a lot of knots and figure and shape in that, which will show off particularly here on the footboard top. All of these corbels are going to be dovetailed in with a sliding dovetail, and I like to leave this open sliding dovetail in the front. Personally, it's just something that I kind of enjoy. I did it on a few other things, and I like it on this. So then when I turn the top off, you can see that the corbels are also sliding dovetail connected into the legs. So this way they can go into that, and then you can put the top on, and that's how the top will be attached to the frame. The sliding dovetail will allow the expansion and contraction of the top, and everything should go fairly well together. The stretchers are all run through the legs, and so you have a through tenon that comes through here, and then I will be putting a pin through from this side, so you'll see a pin here holding all of these in place. They'll be drawboard in top and bottom. I haven't decided whether I want to do 2 on each one or just 1. If I do 2, the top one up here will be covered by the corbel, and then the bottom one you'll see the pin coming through right below the corbel. Same thing on the top, so there'd be corbel and corbel. Now on the main stretchers running back and forth, normally this tenon would come out farther, and then you'd put in a wedge, but I didn't really want that because I didn't want something sticking out so much farther. The corbels are actually not sticking out that much farther, and then the top, when that goes on, isn't that much more. And we're going to have a hope chest that goes here in front of it, so I don't want these sticking out, pushing the hope chest out 3 or 4 inches. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put steel pins through here, through the tenon, and into the other side. And rather than putting in steel pins that are hard to come out, they're going to be 2 pins, 1, 2, and then on the outside here they're connected with a twisted wrought iron steel connection, so that when you pull that connection it pulls both the pins out. I'll be covering that later. Actually, there's another channel who's making those, and we'll be putting them on. For the bed support, there'll be another stretcher that goes back to front, and then these are just 1x3s in pine that will sit across and onto a 3/4 by 3/4 sill created on the inside of the bed, so that everything here can come apart into sticks, and then you have your headboard and your footboard that come separate. So other than that, the joinery is fairly straightforward on this, and we'll be doing a lot more of the walk around. And here you can see in the background I have all the pieces broken out so I can do dimensional images of all of it. Oh yeah, here is the frame that will be going through to hold the legs in place. So you can see the shape of it here. That way you can grab this handle and pull it out, and these 2 pins then come out of the tenon. So those will have this little wrought iron decoration sticking out the sides of the bed on all 4 corners. So there is our walk around of the bed, and I'm really looking forward to jumping into this. The next step will be putting the stretchers into the legs. So stretcher, 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 stretcher. And then after that, it's putting in the verticals that go between the stretchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. After that, then we're going to be working on the panels, putting the grooves that go all the way around, grooves in the legs, grooves in the stretchers, grooves in the verticals, resawing the panels to fit in. And then after that, we're going to be doing this, the decorative stuff up here. Then after that, we're going to be putting in all of the corbels and the tops. And then we're going to be working on the connectors that go front to back. And once we have all those in place, then we'll do our glue ups and lock everything together. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Probably another 8 to 10 videos worth of work and showing this whole thing step by step. It looks not complicated, but it's actually fairly straightforward. Love to hear your thoughts on it. Now, I know this video isn't that much. Most all the materials dimensioned here. I haven't gotten to the panels yet because those are going to be resawing, so those don't need to be milled down. And I know I cheated. I took this all to a mill and had it all dimensioned and cut to width. It saved, my calculation was almost a week's worth of planing to get it all down to the right thickness. I'd have to take about a 1/4 inch off of every board. So now all the boards are nice and clean and much easier, and we can get a video out and get going on this. Now, I'm going to be putting most of the details on the second channel, and this channel will be more of the free floating. Here's what I've done so far, and the hand tool woodworking set to music, which is what most YouTubers seem to like. In the next video, we're going to be getting to gluing together the legs, milling those up, which I will be doing by hand, and then we will also be getting into some of the joinery, starting to do the mortise and tenons into the legs, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Now, I know this backboard on this looks really big, but that's because there is no mattress on it to begin with. It's actually about this tall, so it's not that big. It's a little taller than my wife, but not as tall as me. So if you do have any questions or ideas or things you'd like to say, throw them in the comments. I do love to hear those. If you did like the video, please hit like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a wonderful day. And now you all hate me because I'm a cheater!